Today we are back at Huntington Beach State Park and we are going to go into Atalaya Castle. I tried to get in a few days ago and we missed it by a few minutes. So today we are back. I'm going to get in. This is the front, the beach facing portion of the castle. In the first shot, and I'll turn around and do it again, this is the path that Anna and Archer Huntington and their guests and workers would take out to the beach. Now I have no idea back then if this was overgrown like this with just a little path. Maybe we'll learn that inside, or if it was all open. So we'll go around the side, I'll show you the front, and then we'll go in. This is the side that faces the parking lot for the beach access. Atalaya, the Huntington Winter Retreat. Atalaya is the former winter home of renowned sculptor Anna Hyatt Huntington and her husband Archer Milton Huntington, a well-known scholar of Hispanic studies, a businessman, and poet. It was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1992, primarily as it was the home and working studio of a famous sculptor, and secondarily because of its Moorish-influenced architecture. Soon after their 1923 marriage in New York, Anna was diagnosed with tuberculosis. And seeking treatment for her illness, the Huntingtons sought out a warmer climate to spend their winters. Archer also had in mind to develop a garden area in which to display some of his wife's work. Atalaya is a Spanish term meaning watchtower. The house was constructed along with Brook Green Gardens from 1931 to 33 and employed mostly local labor. So let's go take a look at the front. This is the main entry point, the only entry point now if you want to get in and do a tour of Atalaya Castle. However, it is the back of the castle. We are exactly on the opposite end from where I just showed you the beach access part on the front. Now if we follow this path around, straight down this way, it meets up with a gate at Route 17, Highway 17, and right on the other side of 17 is the entrance to Brook Green Gardens, because this was once all one property. The main entry court, we need to go check in over here at the visitor center.
This room in here is the only restricted room. This is this. And here's the last room. Here's where we are here. Right in here, this is a little walk around here, something about Huntington and about Castle. We'll proceed to the right way out there. This is from the wall. Take you over the wall. We're going to put you on a self-guided tour. Let's go all over here. I'll go to this store here. Take you right out there. From time to time, we've got to take you all and go down the garden.
So we're in what was the garage, and now it is the welcome center, the guest area where you pay, and it is $2 per person to get in. So we are going to go in right here. This is the front main door when you initially come in. It goes down a long common corridor. A long corridor to the middle, and straight down at the end, that green frame opens into the foyer in the front section of the house. Off of each side, we do have these open common areas. Look at the map. What is this room? This is... That can't be right. I think it's the dog kennels. No. Outdoor, that was outdoor studio, and then we're coming in here, and this is the indoor studio. And Anna Hyatt Huntington said, "Now I have 5 monkeys chattering in the studio, the peafowl screaming in the yard, and the bears crawling on the other side. As a sculptor, I call it an embarrassment of riches, but others might not think so." So this is the indoor studio. And 3. Studio bathroom. I don't know if this opens. Apparently not. Let's see. What can we see here? The phone camera can go where the eyes cannot. Again, the indoor studio. We're going to go through to number 4, studio storage. Number 5, office storage. Office. And then we're into number 6, the secretary's office. Secretary had her own fireplace, or his own fireplace. Now there is electric run. That electric looks newer than 1920s. But my understanding is the Huntingtons did run electricity up here to this entire area from Georgetown. So the area thanks to Huntingtons for the electricity they were able to get as a result of the Huntingtons building this Atalaya Castle. So 7, Mr. Huntington's study. That's a good sized room. Archer's study. This was Archer's primary place of work at Brook Green Gardens. He wrote poetry, answered correspondence, and coordinated the workings of the many museums and institutions he had established. What kind of view did he have? View over the garden. What's that say? Bees welcome down there. Room 8 we're going into is wardrobe and storage. This is where Archer kept his clothes and other belongings. So, closet. Room 9, Mr. Huntington's bath. Oh, that's another entranceway. What's this? Locked. Shower. I like the shower nozzles on both sides. I'm guessing there were sinks that used to be in here, another fireplace. Where we're going? Into room 10, master bedroom. The quote on the wall says, "The birds are so numerous, I hear their sweet notes outside of my window early mornings, their piping ever above the roar of the ocean." And if you listen, I can hear the ocean. I don't know if the camera and microphone can pick that up. "11, Mrs. Huntington's bath. Her sink remains. Another fireplace, Anna's bath. Anna enjoyed a splendid view of the ocean in this large and spacious bathroom. They later converted it into a kitchen for a caretaker and his family who lived in this wing in the 1950s. So potentially that answers one question. So these trees that are currently out there must not have been there. There must have been a straight view to the ocean right on the other side. "12 was clothing. "14, secretary's room. Secretary's bathroom. That's a piece of plexiglass there to protect that. Secretary's bathroom. You can see the construction, the multiple layers of brickwork. And we go next. 15, the library. A few days ago when I was here and I couldn't get in because I got here a few minutes late, I was able to peek in this room. So if you look at the video from Huntington Beach State Park from a few days ago, you'll see the peek in from here. So this again is the front facing the ocean. Looks like they closed off that door. This place is pretty cool. 17. Sunroom. And this is a curved room. Again, out to the ocean. Here we are now, we're in the sunroom. This small room was where the Huntingtons did most of their entertaining at Atalaya. Both Archer and Anna valued their privacy and the opportunity to work without interruptions, so they only entertained guests occasionally, primarily afternoon tea for friends who lived locally. Anna also kept her pet macaw here during their winter visits. So we're gonna fix that, there we go. Much larger fireplace here than in many of the other rooms. Foyer. There you go. So this is, okay. So down the other end of that hallway is where we initially walked in, and then we went from this view to the left into this courtyard. It was our first entrance in, and then we came around this side. So you would walk down that long corridor, come in here to the main foyer. Semicircular room. Breakfast room. The breakfast room originally had a door which led to a small patio overlooking the ocean, a favorite spot of the Huntingtons to enjoy their morning coffee. The wooden strips on the wall near the ceiling were originally used to hang tapestries. You can hear the ocean better from here. Dining room. This room used to contain a wrought iron glass top dining table with matching chairs, which in the picture on the wall are the same color green as those bars. We're now room 20, food service room. It's a smaller room. Servants' living room. Sign on the wall says, by most accounts, this was the most comfortable room in the house. food preparation room. And then you hand it through there. '23, this was the actual kitchen. You see some of the plumbing work. This must be from the chimneys from the ovens. I'm not sure if that plumbing is original. Looks like it. Looks like it may be. There's a nice breeze through this entire house because of all these open windows. Now this side seems to have some of the glass in the windows, where a lot of the ones we saw initially on the other side, the glass windows were missing. 25, pantry. 26, walk-in icebox. This was the pantry. This is where you put your peanut butter, granola bars, trail mix. The walk-in icebox had a door which opened to the outside. A block and tackle was mounted outside the window to haul in 300-pound blocks of ice which were brought in from Georgetown. That's where they were kept. So essentially the refrigerator. Go back out. '27, cook's quarters. A lot of the staff lived here on property. 28, servants' quarters. Where is that? Servants' quarters. Each room was furnished with a wardrobe, writing desk, chair, and single bed. Here. There's two. There's one little room here, another one here. Nice view out over the courtyard. '29, storage. More storage. What's next? 30, servant's bath. More living quarters. More storage. Servant's bath. And shower. Bath. Kind of like a hostel setup. Laundry room. This room was used to wash and iron all of the linens and clothes for the household. Now it has a nice view of the parking lot. Then I'm sure it was just all open field. 32 is the housekeeper's room. Housekeeper's bath. That door's newer, I think. So this is 34, the laundry drying yard. So there were hooks, and there's one of the hooks on the outside. Right here. My video got cut off there while I was recording the last shot. This is the laundry yard where they hung all the laundry out to dry. This is a fun little ramp. So here we are on the courtyard on the other side. It's a hot day. I think it's about 93 degrees, but I can tell you walking through there with the breeze coming through the building, really not bad at all. Not quite air conditioned, but felt pretty nice. So now we're right off the main entrance courtyard where we first came in, and there's the admissions area, which was the garage, just to give you your bearings. And earlier I said I thought we were in the dog kennels, and that was wrong. This is the dog kennels. And more interesting, the bear pens. Hoping they're all gone. So 2 pens for bears. That's something I think you need in the home. And this is the kennel for the dogs. They had several which traveled with them to Atalaya each winter. Echo, Anna's greyhound, and Kelpie, one of her Scottish deerhounds, served as models for some of her sculptures. Right next to the bear pen, and dog kennels are the stables, which housed her riding horses, Polly and Bob. We need to walk back in because I think I missed something. I'm back in the laundry drying area. Try to figure out how we get, which is area 34, try to figure out how we get to area 35, the laundryman's quarters. And 36, wood and coal storage. It's a bit of a mystery at this point. Oh. Bathroom. Always important to know where the bathrooms are if you come. Bathrooms are in the laundry yard. Can you hear the waves? I can hear the waves, I can hear the breeze through the palm trees. And the chirping of the wildlife. The oyster shucking room. It's pretty cool to have an oyster shucking room. Now this type of brick and mortar work apparently became rather famous for them in this particular style of doing this. But this is not easy to do. Well, that's it. That includes my little visit to Atalaya Castle. A great break from the beach of Huntington Beach State Park. If you want to get out of the sun for a little bit, come on over, walk through, get some shade, get some breeze, $2 per person. Great little visit. We are going to go out.